What's up, guys? So I thought I would share my hydro garden here on YouTube because it's pretty awesome and a lot of my friends are interested in it, and I thought others may be interested as well. So I watched a bunch of YouTube videos and I went to the local hydroponic guy. I'm in the Northeast here, we're in Rhode Island, and he told me that he's never seen a hydroponic garden work around here, but I proved him wrong. So let me flip my camera around here. You can see here I have some lettuce. These peppers I actually had trouble germinating here. So I bought small plants and I washed the dirt off, which I read is not advisable, but it seems to be working. Actually, it looks like the kale might be growing in there too. The strawberries I had trouble with, but you can see there are some strawberries just starting to grow. Some lettuce. The cucumber is actually doing really well. You can see the roots here. So this is an NFT system, which apparently you're only supposed to grow certain plants because the root systems can clog the pipe. So I read that strawberries do well, as does lettuce, broccoli. I didn't read about cucumbers, but it's killing it right now. And broccoli you can do, which is doing really well. And I've been cutting that lettuce because we've been eating it. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. So the way this is set up is I have this 3-inch PVC tube. I did a bunch of research on what is food safe. So you can see this tube here, it's just from Home Depot, which I wasn't sure. No one there can answer the question, but somewhere on here it says NSF somewhere. Right here, it's cut off, but it says NSF, which is, I forget what it stands for, but it means it is food safe piping. The whole thing cost me about $300. I built the frame on here. I can zoom back a little bit. And I put these access tubes in here, so I can, if there is something clogging the pipes, I can reach in there and clear it out was the idea. And also maybe get a power washer wand in there if I grow some algae. As you can see, some of them have algae, and I read it's okay to have a little bit of it, but you don't want a lot because it actually uses the oxygen in the water. So yeah, cool stuff. It's totally working. So I have this drain here. This is just a drain I had to put in. There's a pump in here. I'll put the links to all this stuff in the description too, but this pipe here is the drain. This is the return. And this is where it pumps the water. So obviously this is getting pumped through a pump. So this is just draining with no pressure, just gravity. So I had to put a fatter tube in there to drain the water. Before that, it was backing up in here. For this slope, what I did is I got a 3-foot level, and I just made sure these were consistently sloped downwards. There is a way to measure it, but I forget what that measurement is, but this is about the angle you want here. So I also read that you don't want to keep the tank, the reservoir, in the sun. You don't want the water to stay cool. So it stays fairly cool. It pumps into the basement here, which I'll show you now in a second. So sorry for the poor lighting down here, but this is my pump setup. As you can see, these are where the pipes come in. And this is my tank here. It's just an HDX box. And this is also food safe. I Googled this as well. These the type of plastic on the bottom of the box. It says the type of plastic. You can see my tank. So I have my pump in here. I had to get, at first I had a 6-foot pump. It's only pumped 6 feet in the air, but I'm going up more than 6 feet, so I get a bigger pump. I also have this timer, and I have a Google Home switch. So this Google Home switch is set to cycle on and off at nighttime. So it turns off at night, and I have the cycle here set to 5 minutes on and 10 minutes off. And I've read there's issues with the roots drying out, and with these NFT type systems, you're not really supposed to, it's supposed to run 24/7, and I read that you can run them not running 24/7, and you just get a smaller yield. So I don't know, it's working fine for me. It's in direct sunlight. I also use this is a kilowatt, and I ran it through my system, and if I ran it 24/7, it would cost me about $36 a month, and by cycling, it only cost me about $6 a month. And I ran it through that so I could actually see the kilowatt usage. So it actually just turned on here. So I'll show you. It's just starting to pump. In a second here, you're gonna see the water come out of that tube. So the other thing that's important is oxygen. So the only thing I've been doing, I haven't gotten too deep into the mixture yet, into the science of it, but what I have been doing is I've been using this. It's a hydrogen peroxide, a 3% mix, and it says 2 to 3 tablespoons per gallon. This helps keep the growth at bay, keeps it sterile, and it also oxygenates the mix. I've also been using, I got all this stuff on Amazon. Like I said, I'll put the links below. I've been using these bloom mix and this grow mix, and I've been putting that in at 2 to 3 tablespoons per gallon as well. So some stuff is blooming, some stuff's growing. So I just been I basically ran out of the grow mix, so I've been putting in the bloom mix. So it's working pretty well. I'll keep you updated. One thing I'm thinking about doing is cycling it on all day and seeing if it improves my yield. But I will keep you guys posted. I'll put the links in the description, and comment if you have any questions, and I'll keep you posted. But yeah, it's awesome.